Everybody, it's your boy Yimbo. Welcome to Mornings with Yimbo, aka Yimbo Reviews Everything. It is not Sunday, it is not Yimbo Buys Everything. This is a specific action figure review. Today is actually multiple action figures. So, as this is now the second or third review in the mornings that I've been doing. Hopefully, you guys have been enjoying them. Again, I'm not planning on anybody coming in the chat. If we do, please let me know if you're here watching along, because then you can join in the fun. Otherwise, I'm just going to do a quick little figure review, and we're going to go, get right to the toys. So to start things off, today we are going to be discussing all of the Thor Marvel Legend figures that I own. Now, I just discovered this website today, so I want to take you through it, because I was doing a little Googling, figuring out exactly, I have a nice assortment at my feet right now that I'm going to be talking about. But I wanted to see, how many are there? And there's this awesome database called Figure List. I don't know if anybody else is aware of this. I just did a Google search. I figured somebody had to have some sort of, again, figure checklist. So there's a lot of Thor figures. So as you can see, results showing 20 out of 43. I am not discussing anywhere near 43 Marvel Legends. So I do want to, scroll through though and comment on a couple of these. I don't have the Infinity War Thor. I wish I did now, looking back, but I do not have either of those, which is a bummer, because that is the one hole in my Thor collection in terms of the MCU. I did pass on this. I know this guy's been out. Some people have him in hands, but I did pass on him. The design's cool. I just don't know the comics. I do have Odin, who I was thinking about unboxing and reviewing at the end of this, so we'll see how it goes. I love my Surtur. I actually have a backup, which is so silly, but I have a backup one. But I have two. I love Surtur. It's just a gigantic Marvel Legend. It's awesome. I will be discussing the Endgame Thor. I don't have this Ragnarok. I actually have a Mezco version, which I've talked about on my stream in the past. But yeah, I don't have that Marvel Legend version, and that is a great one. But look at Hacks. That's awesome. Best of Marvel Legends. Don't have that version of Thor. I have my own version of it, which I'll show you. I'm not even going to bother with the Toy Biz Legends stuff. And then you get into, so there's been a lot of Legends with Thor. And then you get into comic varieties, and you get into like the Build-A-Figure. There's the oh, bro Thor, there he is. So we have a lot to go through. So I'm going to stop sharing and come back to you guys. So here we go. Ooh, we do have some people here. All right, Frank, what's going on? Realm of Toys 89. Again, go check out that guy on Facebook, or not Facebook, on Instagram. Frank is just killing it. Clintastic 4 is in the house. What's going on, Clint? And you're up, right? In Shutter Slam, it's Clintastic 4 versus Path the Collector. So I'm very excited. It's been very cool. Oh, hello there, Ultron Unplugged. Good morning. All right. So here we go. I'm going to go in chronological order. So that means in terms of MCU. So I'm going to start with MCU. I'm going to go in chronological order. So first up is, this was a 2-pack. So this is, again, right back when I started buying Marvel Legends. I think the very first one that I bought and opened a couple years ago was my Retro Cyclops, who's in my X-Men box right now. So my second set, I got this pack. I was super pumped. I think it was $20 for the 2 figures. And I'm an unabashed Chris Hemsworth Thor fan. So I got the 2-pack. Come on, autofocus. There we go. So there was the Thor figure. He showed up with Lady Sif. Here's Lady Sif. I love the sculpt on her. She is spot on. I liked her in that show Blind Spot too. They've sadly, I mean, I don't want to talk about how I was so hyped for Lady Sif as a character. Just I love her performance of it in the first movie. And, I guess I did like what she did. They gave her some stuff to do in Loki, right? But anyway, she's a cool figure. I've had the hardest time making her stand. She's always been a tough standing. I mean, but that's the Marvel Legends. The female feet are just the worst. So had trouble with her. Came with a cool little sword. I think another one that sticks together. I don't know, but she's neat. So she's cool, but she's not the real. These are all Thors, right? So I like the Mjolnir. I was so fired up because this is my first toy Mjolnir. There was a little bit of marbling on mine, as you can see, but I love the little details. I didn't mind the marbling. I know somebody like Shartimus Prime gives him a hard time. I don't know. I don't dislike it. It shouldn't be. I mean, like, what are you gonna do? It's part of the whole process. But I do love this particular Mjolnir. Might be the best one that I have of all the toy versions in terms of its detail and just the overall look. Now I made this joke the other day. Actually, hold on. This is how I'm gonna do this. I just have to show you the picture. Otherwise, it's the picture's either gonna make it or break it. So let's see. Maybe I'll go with this one. Oh yeah, that's the one. Okay. So let's take a closer look real quick one more time. Now, the one thing that bothered me was like, yeah, that's Chris Hemsworth, but like also not. And then I thought his head was a little small on this body, to be perfectly honest. So I never actually shot this particular Thor figure all that much, even though I love the MCU Thor. And then I just noticed the other day, because I'm going to show you some kit bashes that I've been doing with these guys. But tell me that head sculpt isn't the Deep. Like, I legit just noticed it the other day. I think I said it to Toy Father and Note Showing, but that's the Deep. That head sculpt is the Deep. By the way, I apologize if you are hearing any like stomping around. I have 3-year-old twins, and that's what they're doing, because that's what mornings with Yimbo. They're not sleeping, they're awake. But yeah, so that's the Deep. Tell me that's not the Deep. Ay. Like, that is bad. So I didn't like this head sculpt, but again, with kit bashing, I have uses for it now. So I'm going to just leave him headless for the time being. All right, so that was my 2-pack. So that was the original. It was like the 10 years anniversary edition, MCU 10 years. So on the whole, I really liked it. Of course, I'm never going to be a fan of rubber capes. I get that they're sculpted. I get people like them. Like my brother-in-law Mike loves sculpted capes because of the detail, and like then they're posed and they're there, and that's cool. I prefer a fabric cape. So I mean, I know I can get my own versions. I just haven't. This figure otherwise is pretty good. Like, look at that nice crunch. You wouldn't think so. It actually gets better than a Thor figure I'm going to discuss later on. So pretty good crunch there. He's always kind of giving me trouble standing too, because as soon as I try to get dynamic, that cape will hinder the standing if I'm getting too crouchy or whatever. So it's just something that I've had to deal with, but like I said, I haven't shot him too much. I like that I own a first Thor movie, Chris Hemsworth. But I don't know if he's going to be shot too much more in the future, but maybe with some of these head sculpts. We'll have to see. Let's see. Here we go. Oh, Realm of Toys, ready for battle. Yeah, so we'll talk about Shoulder Slam at the end. But yeah, Benny, I'm ready for him. And Toy Addict 17's in the house. What's going on, Danny? How are you, buddy? Great job last night on Toy Talk. Okay, so that was my MCU. Now, I already mentioned at the start of the show with the figure list. So, like, I don't have a Dark Worlds figure. Right, because that was his next appearance. I didn't go through the rest of the 43. There was 23 other ones. But like, there's a huge gap. So like, whatever little iterations that they put out for like Civil War, but he wasn't in Civil War. Infinity War, I didn't get the Ragnarok. So we have to jump ahead. We have to jump ahead to Endgame, because this is actually the most recent figure that I just cracked open, and I'm a huge fan. So here is the Endgame Thor. So like I said, we jumped ahead a lot of movies just because I don't own that many, like I wasn't collecting actively at the time. I wish this would autofocus for me, but there we go. What a sculpt. Now, I told myself I wasn't going to open this guy. I have the Figuarts Endgame Thor in this outfit. So I was like, that's going to be my fancy shooting one. I'm going to keep this in the box, like that'll just be a collectible. And I don't know. The other day I was going through, like I've been talking on my Yimbo Buy stream about slowing down buying and trying to enjoy things that I've already purchased. So like I had him new in box and I saw the accessories. You have to be kidding me, guys. For $25, because prices are ridiculous right now. Not only did they give us a really nice figure, like really nice. Like he has, look at this crunch too. Like he doesn't have it at the waist because of his belly, but he's got really nice chest. And then, he can get, so anyway, he can get very dynamic for a big guy. And the head moves nicely. So he came with, this was for a $25 figure. This is right when they first had their first price hike. And they were like Quicksilver, but then they loaded you with extra accessories. So it was this Thor. Then you had two like gripping hands, and you had to have the gripping hands for these ridiculous accessories. Oh my. So that's why like I have goosebumps now. Like literally, there it is, goosebumps, because these are so cool. So I don't know, there's no directions on how to use these things. So I kind of fed the handle through it over here. See that there? But look at that glow. There's paint on it, to mimic lightning, like, or now I can use it with Mighty Thor, which we'll get to, in a little bit. But yeah, so I wrapped it around the handle there. And then with Stormbreaker, same thing. I love that translucent look to it. And then same deal, wrapped around the handle, fed this up and around. And it looks really awesome when he's got both of them in his hands. It's very cool. So like this Endgame Thor, I'm happy I opened them up, especially for the accessories. And that head sculpt. That head sculpt is going to come in handy. So, like I said, will I shoot this particular Thor in Marvel Legends form? Like, if I go Endgame, I probably will go use my figure arts still. But this is a pretty good one, so maybe not. We'll have to see. We'll play it by ear. All right, so Endgame Thor is a win, accessory-wise, $25. We got way more just literally a year ago than we're getting now. Okay, so now we're going to jump up. Literally, the next movie of Thor figures is Love and Thunder. So here we go. I'm going to start with, real quick, Ravager Thor. Now, right now, you can see he has on the Thor hand. That was just, because I wanted to get a nice little wave going for a shot that I was doing with him. But otherwise, he has two of these hands, two of the gripping hands. And he comes with Stormbreaker. But this Stormbreaker is actually painted. There's some nice detailing. Whereas, and I'm just going to jump ahead, a Stormbreaker from the exact same line. I don't know if you could see. Well, maybe back to back. Here we go. We're side by side, top to bottom. So you can see the one on the top is with the, I'll just jump ahead, with that Thor, not painted. But Ravager Thor has this amazing paint detail. See that dark silver all flecked in there? Or not even flecked, painted on. So that's super weird. But yeah, the Ravager Thor has the better Stormbreaker of this set, which is super cool. His vest will come off. I've done a shot already where he's like casting the vest off. He is a fun, really cool figure. Again, for just, I know the boots, it's like very Thor boots, like very distinctive, but it is still like, it could be a civilian body. You could take this off. He's got the tank top painted on. I love this. I love this figure. And now look at that head sculpt. That is Chris Hemsworth. That's what that is right there. That is way nicer than the deep head sculpt. So you see where we're getting to. All right. Moving on. So that was Ravager. So might as well go to regular Thor. So then we have regular Thor here. The outfit from Love and Thunder, which I dug. I like it. I mean, why not, right? It's an updated gold version of the first movie, essentially. Now, I know a buddy of mine, Misty Owl figures, Simon, he's the one who taught me about the McFarlane Torso Crunch, the Torso mod. I know he did it on this figure. He said it's the same thing where I can pop off this top, because this figure, this is what I was talking about. Like, it's the tiniest little bit of crunch. You see it, not too much. So compared to, wow, you can kind of see the comparison there. I mean, I'm doing the best I can here, but this gets significantly more bends. which, as we know, it just helps in pictures. So you can torso mod him, and I might. We'll have to see. But I really love this figure. That's the regular. That's the other gripping hand for Ravager Thor. So really, he would be coming with that hand. But it's great. I wish I loved the movie a little bit more. I think I'm going to enjoy it upon a second viewing. I'm not going to be my expectations will be tempered, so I will end up enjoying it more, I should say, because I liked it. I just didn't. It's Ragnarok. I've said it. I'm on record. It's my favorite. It's my most rewatchable Marvel movie. So I had my hopes up really high. But I like this outfit. I like this look. I'm not familiar of it in the comics, but I've heard it's very comic accurate for like versions of Thor. But yeah, then they gave him the crummier Stormbreaker without the paint. Unreal. But I recommend him. If you see him and you like Thor, he's neat. And again, you get that head, which is going to come in handy. And you'll see why. All right. And then that's 2. So here's my third and final. The Mighty Thor. I said we're talking all my Marvel Legend Thors, specifically Marvel Legend Thors. So we have Jane with her massive Mjolnir. It is massive. I saw somebody say that, and oh yeah, there it is. Let's see. Massive Mjolnir compared, see, to the first one. But it makes her look even beefier, and they gave her really nice the double jointed elbows obviously are huge. Everything's buttery smooth. It makes her look a little more yoked up, having that bigger Mjolnir. I like the details of that, where it's all fragmented. That was one of the cool parts of the movie, by the way. So, and that's all she came with. I don't think she came with other hands, but she has that awesome oversized Mjolnir. She has the head sculpt, and then she has a Jane head sculpt. So there she is. And there's a little Natalie Portman. And she's blonde. And I know some people said, she should be brunette. Sure, I guess so. I'm not going to disagree with you. It is a darker look for her naturally. But now I have a Natalie Portman head. Who knows? I mean, if anything, she'll just be another civilian in the background shots. So, but very cool. So she is really great, though. Again, pinless, buttery joints. That's the pinless. Now it makes sense. Yeah, super smooth, awesome figure. Big fan. And she was great. She was awesome. One of the high points of Love and Thunder, for sure. So those are my MCU figures. Those are the MCU Thors. And then the last one I'm going to talk about real quick before we get going. And where did I put my accessory for it? Oh, don't tell me. I just do this. Anyway. All right. Is Thor Ragnarok. So here we go. A lot of people, myself included, thought this was just, an updated version of the 80th anniversary. That's great, because I had specifically passed. I got the Iron Man early on from Best Buy, and then I didn't get the Captain America. I didn't get the Thor. Thought they were cool. Well, I was going in MCU direction at that point. So, it turns out Ragnarok is his own character. Created by, I think, Tony Stark, right? To combat Thor. So he's a robot, so that's why he's got the red eyes. He does have an alternate head sculpt. Oh yeah, here's this stuff, which is great. I love like Cybertronic, especially bad guys, Terminator-y stuff. So look at that battle damaged head. We don't get enough battle damaged heads these days. We are definitely not. So that is awesome. Hold on, let me try to get one more time. There he is. The big robot eyes. So cool. I already have plans with Faker He-Man, Terminator. God, that's 2 off the top of my head. But yeah, so awesome. He also comes with an awesome Mjolnir, which also seems to be smaller than Jane's, but that's okay. He has a new hands, like gripping hands. I'm not sure if you're going to be able to tell. There we go. See how there's like a groove indent in there? So it's perfect. They actually improved like hammer holding. It's a hammer holding hand. So it fits in there nice and flush, generally speaking. So that's nice. It sits in there Here, show you that side. Sits in there nice and flush. There we go. Comes with, like a summoning hand, and then also robot summoning hand. So this is a super cool one. And then my favorite, oh man. So you guys probably saw, but yeah, this Mjolnir has the text on it, be so worthy, power of Thor. But I had, I'm not going to lie, and I know we've all done it, but I bought the figure because of the accessory. But the spinning hammer, the spinning Mjolnir, this thing is so awesome. Actually, especially once you get it spinning. Jeez. So this thing is amazing. This is one of the finest. I didn't have anything like this in all of my premium sets and whatever else. I love this. It looks beautiful. I've used it twice in pictures already. Just fantastic. So I know Ragnarok has been going on clearance already. So just if you see him, scan him. And if he's under the 30-something bucks, he's a good one. He's a good one to have. And obviously people have talked about you can just change the eye color in Photoshop in post. Give him blue eyes. No big deal. So really cool. I'm very excited about that. A couple other little things. I bought the Iron Patriot. That was part of the Bro Thor Build-A-Figure wave. And I had bought the heads. This is way back. So because I love that character. And I was like, oh, I'm not going to spend $90 or $100 on building the Thor, but I'll get the head. So yeah, I got Iron Patriot. Came with these two heads, which was great. And now let's see, for fun, my Peter Parker body I use with my Mezco apron that came with the Christmas Gomez, and he's a barista, or he works at my toy store comic book shop. So now I used to have hipster Thor head on it, but now I'm going to go with the deep because he's got the thinner, tinier little head. So this Thor is going to be working the counter at my coffee shop, my superhero coffee shop / comic book store. And then here's what's awesome about this Ravager head, right? This is the best Hemsworth head sculpt. It's amazing. And the reason you want the Ravager is not only for the body, because it's awesome and you can throw other heads on it, but you basically gain a second look for this figure. Whoop, come on, give it to me. Give me autofocus. There we go. Oh, man, look at that. Incredible. Such a simple little kit bash, just a head swap, and just infinitely better. You can also then, this is what I'm really amped up about because I have a picture in mind, using the accessories that came with Endgame Thor. Check this out. Oh, yeah. Here we go. So, throw that in here. Throw this over in here. I just wanted to give you a sense because remember, guys, we're having fun with our toys. I was super pumped. I was watching D Amazing's videos last night, catching up on his stuff after watching Toy Talk, and he did a whole play session, and his messaging was the same, and I love it. I love people getting out there and just reminding you these are toys, have fun. I love kit bashing, and that's about it. Just because it's like a safe customizing kit bashing. But check this out. This is not the best pose right now. I think I'm going to try to get into some other stuff like that maybe down the road. But for here, this is what I was talking about. That's ridiculous. And get the, come on, focus. There we go. Bam. So cool. So by having all of these heads, I'm now able to, play around, have some fun. Here we go. Check this out. Now this is what I'm going to use his head on these guys, on this body. That's awesome. If I want to have him doing the chill out and the, Lebowski Thor. I love it. So that's it, everybody. We did 25 minutes. Wow, that went a little bit long. Thank you so much. So, we got the Captain 1134 in the house. What's going on, buddy? I'm assuming, Frank, that the head scan that you were talking about, that Ravager Thor, right? Because it's second to none. It's so great. But actually, the Natalie Portman was pretty good too, and the Lady Sif. So really, 3 of the 4 were good. I'm not going to bother doing the Odin right now, but maybe I'll save that for a second one. But this is the wave. This is what I was talking about. $25 extra head, Big spear, 2 hands. That's still more than they're giving us with some other Marvel Legends that we're getting for 30. It's frustrating. Hopefully this will pass. But that's it, everybody. I just wanted to check in. Thank you guys for joining. I truly appreciate it. This is a lot of fun. And now I have to go to a doctor's appointment and get a checkup. So I'll see everybody. Have a great rest of your day. And I will be back for one more Morning with Yimbo this week, where I will be unboxing the Felix Toys Inkblots. So have a great rest of your day, everybody. Peace!